Shabbat Shalom, Temple Emmanuel. It's the middle of Passover, and probably at this point of the week, you've had a lot of matzah. Or maybe you've been avoiding it. But matzah is a part of this beautiful time of year. We think about spring, and we think about summer, and we think about the possibilities that are in the air, even though the weather's gone back and forth. And at this time of year, during the Chol HaMoed Pesach, during the intermediate days of Passover, we take the time to think about our own lives. We think about the leavened versus the unleavened. We think about the areas of our lives that have risen, that are successes, and the areas of our lives that tend to be flat. We also think about, in context of ourselves, where are the moments of our lives that we tend to be focused on that foundation, just like the matzah. Unlike the moments of leaven, of ego, of arrogance, of places that we don't want to be. And that's what ultimately Judaism is about the balance of life. And we live our life, as Larry Hoffman teaches us, in the desert. We're wandering, we're trying to figure out what life really means, about how do we understand being free? How do we understand about journeying toward the promised land if we ultimately don't know where the promised land is? Metaphorically speaking, obviously. Where are we going? Where is life taking us? And ultimately, when we think about the cycle of life, we think about birth. And certainly on Passover, we think about baby Moses, who was born and leads us to freedom. But Moses also dies. And that's the cycle of life. He stands on Mount Pisgah as he looks over into the promised land and knows he's not going to get there. But he's gotten pretty far in his life. He's journeyed, he's traveled, he's done a lot. As Rabbi David Wolpe shared this week, Vladimir Nabokov opens his biography entitled Speak Memory by recalling a scene in a home movie which he saw his own family before his birth. His mother was pregnant and happy, but looking at his crib waiting for him, it had the smug, encroaching air of a coffin. The world prepares for our entrance, and over the course of life, prepares for our exit. Things existed before we appeared, and will continue after. Although we cannot know what awaits us, we do know our power to leave the world changed, different, because we're here. And life reminds us that it continues to go on, even in the midst of death and the challenges that we have in our lives. This week, I had I will call it an honor, but the challenge of officiating at a 19-year-old boy's funeral. One who struggled his entire life, and his parents trying to figure out his meaning and his purpose and who he made them because he was here. We lose people. And this boy was very special and very sweet. And this Friday morning at 8 a.m., as well as at our Shabbat evening service, we know 4 times a year we do Yizkor, as we remember our loved ones, during Yom Kippur and on the 3 pilgrimage festivals, Passover, Sukkot, and Shavuot. This being Passover, it's our time to remember our loved ones who are no longer with us. So please come at 8 a.m. or for Shabbat at 7:30 p.m. to remember those loved ones who are no longer with us. But remember, in the midst of memory, life does always go on. How have we become the people we are because of those we knew and those we loved? So come, remember, be in community, and know that together we travel down life's path. Don't opt out. Be with us. Join us in community, because life is better when you're not alone, when you know that there are others that care about you and about your life as well. And that's who we are at Temple Emmanuel, a family of families. So we wish you a rest of a very, very good and happy Passover, Azizim Pesach, through the rest of the week. And hopefully we'll be able to see you on either Friday morning or Friday evening as we come and we bring in Shabbat and we remember our loved ones. Shabbat Shalom, and we wish you a Zizim Pesach, a happy Passover.